in an undisclosed building in East Atlanta, undocumented students from across Georgia rehearsed son jarocho, a musical style from the Mexican state of Veracruz. They meet every weekend for class at Freedom University, an underground, modern-day freedom school.
It was founded with the idea that it wasn't going to last long. A lot of people thought this ban wasn't going to be in place because it was so blatantly discriminatory, and a lot of people thought it wasn't even legal. And so at the beginning, it was really just an experimental project in a way for undocumented students to continue their education.
The organization was founded in 2011, a year after the Georgia Board of Regents passed Policy 416 and Policy 434. Both would deny undocumented students from the state's top public universities and also restrict them from in-state tuition rates. Arisbeth Sanchez is one of those students.
I remember feeling like I hadn't worked hard enough, like I could have done better. Maybe if I had tried better, Georgia would have wanted me.
Laura Emico-Soltis has been with the organization since 2013 and leads as both an educator and executive director. She helps offer college-level courses to students for free.
And so that's how the Freedom School legacy has influenced us, not just in our name, but also in this commitment to providing completely free classes to young people in a way that is relevant to their lives, that is based on dialogue, and that provides them with the knowledge and skills they need to help shape the world around them.
Sanchez is one of 22,000 Georgia recipients of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. She discovered the school 2 years after graduating high school.
The first day of Freedom University was definitely very impactful. It was the first time I think I acknowledged and sort of told others that I was undocumented. Before then, I had never told any friend, I'd never told any living soul that I was undocumented. And for me to do that and to be in a space with other undocumented youth was life-changing.
Sanchez now leads as their first undocumented staff member.
I love seeing their eyes when they realize that education is a human right, that them being here, their parents being here, it's beyond them. It's a system that is using them and exploiting them to watch the criminalization just wash off their shoulders. It's amazing. I love it. I truly love it.
But Freedom University does more than instruct classes and connect youth. They also advocate for the rights of their students. In February, 9 people, including ministers and comedian Jordan Klepper, participated in a demonstration at a Georgia Board of Regents meeting.
Allow us to overcome segregation in education again today.
As each person spoke, students watched on the opposite side of the room. They were protesting their policies and were escorted out of the room.
As a graduate of the University of Georgia and Foundation Fellow, I was taught to respect the human rights of all people.
Help us to allow them to choose to become whoever you would call them to be, to choose to pursue higher education, to choose to be the people that you have equipped them to be.
All were arrested, including Emico-Soltis.
Education, not segregation.
When we were finally released around midnight, it's really hard to understand the passage of time in jail. But when we came out, students had been waiting for us for about 10 hours outside. And we were welcomed with hugs, and they had even written everybody thank you cards. And it was just a special moment to share in really the beauty of the community that we've built together, and to know that we have each other's backs.
Outside, students wearing monarch wings to symbolize natural migration continued.
We keep fighting. Unfortunately, these bans are not going to be lifted today. It's been 9 years since these policies were implemented, and it seems like we're going to be here for the long run. As long as they're here, we're going to be here.
And their work has not been unnoticed.
I rise today to honor Freedom University. 1 in 10 Georgians is an immigrant. A third of those are undocumented, and many of those are children.
On March 4th,
Honor Freedom University.
The Atlanta City Council honored Freedom University with a formal proclamation recognizing undocumented youth.
My students have taught me about the importance of laughter and courage, even amidst uncertainty and fear. They have taught me about the value of chosen family, of finding kinship with people seemingly different from ourselves. But most importantly, they are teaching us all about the true meaning of citizenship. Citizenship is much more than being born within these arbitrary borders along stolen land.
This is a first in the Council's history.
I would like to thank my mentor and professor, Dr. Laura Emicosopis, and my friends, Elizabeth Sanchez and Sophia Rivera, for setting high standards for me and holding me accountable.
Freedom University has become a second home to me. There's so much support and love in the classrooms that I never want our time together to end.
And the appreciation extends both ways.
I'm humbled, but I can't help but think that, they do more of the work than I would.
It's joy right now watching the students be recognized for their fight for higher education, to be honored in the city of Atlanta. We've come a long way in the 9 years Freedom University has been here, from fighting in the streets to direct actions to have to violate law in order to just be in a classroom. It's awesome to see them here.
Whether in the classroom or at a Board of Regents meeting, Freedom University remains on the front lines of opposing these policies. So they are hopeful that their faces, stories, and orange wings will be a reminder to officials and the community.